Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. The birth of empires have shaped human history, creating vast civilizations that influenced culture, technology, and governance across centuries. But what makes an empire? How did the earliest empires emerge, and what factors allowed them to rise to power? By examining the first great civilizations, Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, we uncover the roots of empire building and the forces that shaped these powerful states. What defines an empire? An empire is more than just a large kingdom. It is a political entity that extends control over vast territories and diverse populations, often through military conquest, economic dominance, and administrative sophistication. Key characteristics of empires include centralized authority, a strong ruler or governing system that maintains control over large territories, military expansion, conquering neighboring lands and absorbing different cultures, economic systems, trade networks, taxation and resource management to sustain large populations, cultural influence, the spread of religion, language, and technology beyond the empire's core, bureaucracy and infrastructure, complex governance structures, road systems, and legal codes to maintain order. These defining features allowed empires to expand their reach and solidify their dominance over vast regions. The rise of early empires, Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, the first empires did not appear overnight. They emerged from small settlements that gradually grew into powerful city-states, eventually expanding into large, organized societies. Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Mesopotamia, located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is often called the cradle of civilization because it was home to some of the earliest empires. The Akkadian Empire, AC 2334-2154 BCE, founded by Sargon of Akkad, this was the world's first known empire, uniting multiple city-states under one rule. Sargon's military campaign spread Mesopotamian culture and established centralized governance. The Babylonian Empire, c. 1894-539 BCE, Hammurabi, one of Babylon's greatest rulers, introduced the first recorded legal code, the Code of Hammurabi, setting a foundation for law and governance. The Assyrian Empire, Q 1365-609 BCE, known for its brutal military tactics and advanced siege warfare, the Assyrians built a vast empire stretching from Mesopotamia to Egypt, ancient Egypt. The pharaoh's legacy, Egypt's empire, flourished along the Nile, where powerful rulers centralized authority and constructed monumental architecture. The Old Kingdom, c. 2686-2181 BCE, Egypt's first major period of unification, marked by the construction of the pyramids and the rise of a god-king, pharaoh system. The New Kingdom, c. 1550-1070 BCE, a golden age of expansion under rulers like Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, and Ramses II, where Egypt extended its influence into Nubia and the Levant. The role of religion. Pharaohs were seen as divine rulers, using their religious status to legitimize power and unify their people. The Indus Valley Civilization, a forgotten giant. The Indus Valley Civilization, c. 3300-1300 BCE, was one of the most advanced early societies, covering parts of modern-day Pakistan and India, urban planning. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro had sophisticated drainage systems, grid-like streets, and standardized building materials, showing a high level of societal organization. Trade networks. The Indus people engaged in trade with Mesopotamia, exchanging goods such as textiles, metals, and spices. Mysterious decline. Unlike other empires, there is no evidence of kings or military conquests. The civilization eventually declined, possibly due to climate change or shifts in trade routes. Common factors in early empire building. While each civilization had unique aspects, they shared common factors that enabled their rise. Technology and innovation. The use of advanced tools, weaponry, and architectural techniques allowed for expansion and control. Mesopotamians developed writing, cuneiform, Egyptians mastered monumental construction, and the Indus Valley people created efficient urban layouts. Military prowess. Armies played a crucial role in empire building. The Assyrians developed iron weapons, Egyptian chariots revolutionized warfare, and Mesopotamian kings waged conquests to expand their domains. Societal organization, strong administrative systems helped maintain order. The Babylonians had legal codes, Egyptian pharaohs centralized power, and Indus cities had standardized measurements and efficient infrastructure. The legacy of early empires. The earliest empires laid the foundation for future civilizations, passing down innovations in governance, law, engineering, and military strategy. Their successes and failures continue to shape our understanding of how societies grow, thrive, and eventually decline. The flourishing of empires throughout history have experienced golden ages, periods of economic prosperity, cultural achievements, and political stability that allowed them to expand their influence and shape the world. These eras were marked by technological innovations, flourishing trade networks, and artistic and intellectual advancements. By examining two of the greatest empires, the Roman Empire and the Tang Dynasty of China, we can understand how different civilizations reached their peak and what factors contributed to their success. The Golden Age of Empires, a time of prosperity and achievement. A golden age is the pinnacle of an empire's power when it experiences remarkable stability, economic growth, and cultural development. Key characteristics of these periods include strong centralized governance. Effective administration ensures law and order, enabling economic and cultural growth. Economic expansion and trade. Flourishing commerce brings wealth, allowing for large-scale infrastructure projects. Scientific and technological advancements. Innovations in engineering, medicine, and education drive progress. Cultural and artistic achievements. Literature, philosophy, and artistic expression reach new heights. Military dominance and stability. Strong armies protect the empire's borders and maintain internal peace. Empires that reached golden ages left lasting legacies that influenced future civilizations. Let's explore two case studies that highlight how empires thrived during their most prosperous periods. The Roman Empire, the apex of Western civilization. The Roman Empire, 27 BCE, 476 CE, remains one of the most influential civilizations in world history. Its golden age spanned the Pax Romana, 27 BCE, 180 CE, a period of peace and stability that allowed Rome to expand its dominance across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Political stability and effective administration. The empire was ruled by a strong central government, first under Augustus Caesar, who established a system of governance that lasted for centuries. A professional bureaucracy, road networks, and standardized laws, e.g., the 12 Tables and later the Justinian Code, created a sense of unity among diverse peoples. Roman citizenship was extended to conquered populations, fostering loyalty and integration into the empire. Economic prosperity and trade networks. The Roman economy thrived due to vast trade networks, connecting Europe, Africa, and Asia. The empire controlled the Mediterranean trade routes, facilitating the exchange of goods such as grain, spices, textiles, and precious metals. Roman infrastructure, including roads and aqueducts, allowed for efficient transport of goods and people. Cultural and intellectual achievements. Roman architecture reached new heights with the construction of the Colosseum, aqueducts, and the Pantheon, structures that still stand today. Latin, the language of the Romans, became the foundation for many modern European languages. Roman philosophy, particularly Stoicism, influenced Western thought, emphasizing duty, reason, and civic virtue. Military dominance and expansion. The Roman army was one of the most disciplined and technologically advanced forces of its time. The empire expanded its borders through conquests in Britain, North Africa, and the Middle East. Roman law and governance were established in conquered territories, ensuring long-term stability. The Golden Age of Rome left an enduring legacy in law, governance, architecture, and culture, influencing Western civilization for centuries. However, internal corruption, economic strain, and external invasions ultimately led to the empire's decline. The Tang Dynasty, China's golden age of innovation and trade. The Tang Dynasty, 618-907 CE, is often regarded as China's greatest Imperial era, known for its advancements in governance, trade, culture, and technology. During this period, China became the most powerful and sophisticated civilization in the world. Imperial governance and political stability. The Tang Dynasty established a meritocratic government, where officials were selected through the imperial examination system rather than by birthright. Emperors like Taizong and Xuanzong implemented reforms that strengthened central authority while allowing local governance. The empire expanded its territory to include parts of Central Asia, Korea, and Vietnam, creating a vast multicultural domain. Economic growth and the Silk Road. The Tang Dynasty revived and expanded the Silk Road, a trade route connecting China with the Middle East, India, and Europe. Chinese silk, porcelain, and paper were highly sought-after commodities, boosting the empire's economy. Urban centers like Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an, became global trade hubs, housing merchants and diplomats from around the world. The seeds of decline. Why great empires? Fall. No empire lasts forever. The same forces that build great civilizations, powerful leadership, economic prosperity, and military strength, can also become the seeds of their downfall. History is filled with examples of once mighty empires collapsing under the weight of their own success. But why do great civilizations decline? This video explores the internal and external factors that weaken empires, from political corruption and social unrest to foreign invasions and environmental disasters. By analyzing the fall of the Roman Empire and the Gupta Empire of India, we uncover the warning signs that lead to collapse and the lessons history teaches us about the fragility of power. Internal factors. The rot from within, even the strongest. Empires crumble when their foundations weaken from the inside. Over time, successful civilizations often face political corruption and weak leadership. As empires expand, ruling becomes more complex, leading to bureaucratic inefficiency and corruption. Greedy elites prioritize personal wealth over governance, destabilizing institutions. Succession crises, power struggles over who rules next, cause internal chaos. Example: the late Roman Empire saw a rapid turnover of emperors, often assassinated by their own guards or political rivals. Economic. Stagnation and financial crisis, heavy taxation burdens citizens while enriching the elite, leading to economic inequality. Over-reliance on slave labor or lower-class workers causes stagnation when labor forces shrink. Inflation and devaluation of currency weaken the economy. Example: Rome's economy collapsed under heavy taxation, inflation, and dependence on slave labor, which became scarce after military expansion slowed. Social inequality and internal unrest. As the rich grow richer and the poor suffer, social unrest and rebellions become more frequent. Distrust in leadership leads to instability and loss of faith in the government. Civil wars weaken the empire's ability to defend itself. Example: in India, the Gupta Empire faced economic difficulties, causing local rulers to rebel and break away, fragmenting the once unified empire. External factors. The pressures from outside. Even when an empire appears strong, external threats can accelerate its downfall. These include warsiu, barbarian invasions, and military decline. As empires overextend their borders, they struggle to defend themselves. Weaker military recruitment, reliance on mercenaries, and loss of discipline make them vulnerable. Foreign tribes and rival states exploit these weaknesses. Example: the Western Roman Empire collapsed after repeated invasions by Goths, Vandals, and Huns, who sacked major cities, including Rome itself in 410 CE. Climate change and environmental factors. Droughts, famines, and resource depletion lead to mass migrations and economic decline. Empires dependent on agriculture suffer when food production fails. Example: the Gupta Empire struggled with changing monsoon patterns, which caused agricultural failures and economic collapse. Disease and pandemics. Epidemics devastate populations, weakening military forces and economies. Trade routes spread deadly diseases across vast regions. Example: the Antonine Plague, 165-180 CE, and the plague of Justinian 541–542 CE significantly weakened the Roman Empire, killing millions and reducing its ability to defend against invaders. Case studies: the fall of two great empires, the fall of the Roman Empire, 476 CE. Once the most powerful civilization in the Western world, the Roman Empire slowly decayed over centuries before finally collapsing. Key reasons: political corruption, ineffective rulers, and constant power struggles weakened governance. Economic problems, high taxes, inflation, and reliance on slave labor caused stagnation. Barbarian invasions, Germanic tribes like the Visigoths and Vandals took advantage of Rome's weakness. Military decline. Rome relied on mercenaries who lacked loyalty to the empire. Plague and famine. Disease outbreaks further reduced the population. By 476 CE, Rome had fallen to the Germanic warlord Odoacer, marking the end of the Western Roman Empire. The collapse of the Gupta Empire, 6th century CE. The Gupta Empire, c. the 319–550 CE, is often called India's Golden Age, known for advancements in science, mathematics, and culture. However, it fell due to economic crisis. Declining trade and weakened agriculture hurt the economy. Decentralization. Local rulers gained power, fragmenting the empire. Foreign invasions, the Hephthalites, White Huns, invaded from Central Asia, severely weakening the Guptas, declining military strength. The empire lacked the resources to maintain a strong army. The legacy of empires. How the past shapes the present empires may rise and fall, but their impact lasts for centuries. From the spread of language and religion to technological advancements and governance models, past civilizations continue to shape our modern world. Even today, global superpowers face similar challenges that past empires once encountered: economic struggles, political instability, and external threats. By studying the rise and fall of history's greatest empires, we uncover valuable lessons about adaptability, social justice, and sustainable governance, lessons that remain crucial for modern societies. Thank you for watching this video.